The Khaleds apparently chow each other, Chief.
Siblings.
You don't know?
No, but I believe that because Khaleds are crazy. Khaleds are crazy.
Crazy in what way?
They chow each other.
I can say that. I've dated a Khaled, so I can say that.
I've dated a Khaled,
You've
but
dated a Khaled.
I just know they're crazy mentally, but not to that
if you're
point,
mentally
bro.
crazy, then of course you'd sleep with your cousin.
So I'm sure by now you've seen the clip from that podcast making racist comments about the colored community. My initial response was to roll my eyes. We all know this, that it's rage bait, it's clickbait. Just say something stupid and ignorant about a particular race group and you're going to get all the likes, views, comments, and engagements. What I don't understand is that at no point did anybody on production, maybe we shouldn't say this, maybe we shouldn't edit this, maybe we shouldn't air this, but you did, and now we're here. Now it's bringing on threats of legal action from particular parties. Nevertheless, as a colored person, I'm very happy in my brown skin, and I know many of us who have taken a term that was meant to be hurtful by the apartheid government, and we've owned it. A colored person from Joburg is different to a colored person from Cape Town, is different to a colored person from Durban. Even within those communities, Durban coloreds will tell you that they are different from a Maritzburg colored is different from a Marin Ridge colored, is different from a Greenberg colored, is different from a Zinam colored, because it's such a huge melting pot. Whether you eat cook sisters, whether you put jam or brown sugar in your curry, whether you eat pickled fish on the hot cross bun or by itself, we all have different adaptations of our culture and our heritage that makes us who we are. And the fact that in 2025, we must still be sitting here with stupidity. It's not even ignorance at this point. It's stupidity. If you have not taken the time to educate yourself about the colored culture and the colored community, please do not sit on a podcast and talk nonsense, because unfortunately, you're going to expose yourself as stupid, number one, and you're going to expose yourself to possible lawsuits.
When it comes to the racism of these young people, we will make an example of them so that they don't do this anymore. If you don't do anything to them, you are destroying them, because you're going to make them grow up thinking it's okay to be racist. Buig die boompie terwyl hy nog jonk is. It has become too comfortable to say colored people this, colored people gangsters, colored people this, colored people are insensuous, colored people are this, colored people are this. It stops here. Anybody that wat sy bek oop wil maak met colored mense, you will carry the consequences of your groot mond. We will go after them.
The Patriotic Alliance has opened a criminal case against the Open Chats podcast crew after they made racially charged and stereotypical comments about the colored community. Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie, who is also the leader of the PA, said he would deal with the podcasters who said that coloreds are crazy, and he will use everything at his disposal. In the video, he also says that the remarks were racist and that the colored community should never allow anyone to get that comfortable with using such words. He also vowed to go after them in their personal capacity legally, as well as the podcast. Joburg Councillor Liam Jacobs said the comments were hurtful and blatantly racist. He urged the podcast to educate themselves because they are not socially aware that what was said there was racist. In another video, Jacobs recorded himself as he went to the Brooklyn police station in Tshwane and laid criminal charges against the two podcasters who were the loudest, those being Umthokozisi, who started the conversation and made the degrading statement, and Bobby Stallion, who went on to call the colored community crazy before Honeshma added on.
The Democratic Alliance has officially filed a complaint with SA Human Rights Commission calling for investigation into alleged hate speech and racial stereotyping on Open Chat podcast. The DA says that the public disgradation of any race, gender cannot be tolerated. Even though the podcasters have since issued an individual apology on their platforms, the DA insists that the words alone cannot undo the harm already caused. The DA Alvin Mayer, the party's federal chairperson, said, "Free speech is vital, but its end wherein infringes the dignity of people." This controversy has since started a painful conversation about the identity and exclusion on social media. For many colored South Africans, it is not just a one episode. It's about decades of being overlooked, misrepresented, and misunderstood. As call grows for accountability and reform, one thing is clear. Platforms must do better because in a nation as diverse as ours, respect isn't optional, it is a foundational, said the DA.
The National Colored Congress has expressed its rage at the Open Chairs podcast following remarks they see as racist. The NCC says what South Africa is witnessing is the manifestation of deep-seated racism camouflaged as commentary but ultimately weaponized against a community that has already suffered decades of exclusion, misrepresentation, and marginalization, both under apartheid and now under democratic rule. The NCC says they are particularly disturbed that this degrading rhetoric is not being driven by traditional colonial or white supremacist platforms, but increasingly by voices within the broader Black African community. The NCC's Dean Goliath wrote in a statement, open quote, "Colored people are not a subculture. We are not a stereotype. We are not a punchline. We are a people forged in the fires of dispossession, survival, and resistance. We are South Africans, and we have every right to assert our identity, to defend our identity, and to mobilize in pursuit of justice." Close quote.
The Open Chats podcast crew has apologized for the derogatory comments that they made, but they were seen laughing and joking about the matter, causing people to doubt if they were ever truly sorry about the incident.
They were coming for me, bro. Did
Hey,
you see?
winner. There was somebody who was spamming the comments,
under
bro.
under that video.
No,
what
Facebook.
did you say? What did you say?
Bro, what happened,
I
bro?
said colored people chow each other.
That's insane.
And then you say it again.
Yo.
But that guy,
He
but
says it.
I think
No,
he said it
that's
as a joke,
crazy to
bro.
say.
That's what I'm
No,
saying,
you
bro.
can't.
I was
No,
saying
but
it as a
Juanita,
joke.
we say
In a recently released statement, the crew released a statement through their attorneys, Snailgum Tuza attorneys, stating that they were taking full accountability for their actions and will be airing an apology soon. They also said they wish to invite any political parties and any affected person to discuss the matter around human rights, race relations, and racism on the podcast, and it will be recorded in due course. The individuals involved have also released individual statements apologizing on their own platforms, with Bobby Stallion saying in her statement that she acknowledges that she participated and engaged in a conversation that agreed with stereotypes about the colored community. She has also admitted to being ignorant about the matter and says she is committed to doing better going forward. Thokozisi and Sino have also released a joint statement and said that the intention was to never cause harm or disrespect to the colored community, and says that the podcast does not promote or support any racism or discrimination. They also say that they have deleted the episode in question and that they will address the matter in an episode that is yet to be aired. Honeshma Margarito has also offered an apology for her comment in which she called colored men crazy mentally. She acknowledges that it was an irresponsible and damaging comment. She said she was taking full accountability and said she would grow from the experience. Now, another podcaster, Le Faslalele, has also come forward with his statement and said that although he did not say anything but sat and laughed, he was sorry that he did not intervene when the remarks were made. He has said he has reflected on the matter and he pledges to be more respectful and mindful of his opinions. And finally, Multichoice spokesperson told IOL News that Multichoice had already ended its contract with the Open Chats podcast when the recent remarks were made. The TV network said the comments in question were not aired on any of their platforms. Multichoice also said Open Chat's contract with DStv ended on the 25th of July 2025, as the show was removed to make way for our August content slate. The episode in question was not aired on our platform. Multichoice adheres to stringent quality control processes and does not promote any discriminatory content.
let's be a little bit more responsible with the platforms that we have given, and instead of talking nonsense, and I invite open communication, I invite young people exploring different topics, but if you're going to sit back and you're going to talk nonsense about a particular race group, be prepared for the backlash. Also, your apology was a sorry, not sorry. We don't accept it.
You know, as much as what they said on that podcast was completely terrible, a part of me still hopes that they will just apologize and learn from it, and other people who want to do content learn from it as well. And that's where it ends, because I love my people, I love South Africans, and I want to see us all succeed. But then there's also a part of me that feels that there has to be consequences for what they have caused now, which is a massive divide between black and colored people. The comments are completely disgusting, coming from colored people towards black people and black people responding. Content creators need to realize that they have a responsibility, especially if they have a big following. Because now you have colored people in comment section saying things like, oh, at least we don't buy hair. So someone says something ignorant about your people and then you say something ignorant back. Where does it end? Do you think that helps our situation? It doesn't. And if you are one of those colored people who thinks it's okay to make these anti-black comments and you are up in arms about this whole thing, you are not one of us. You are one of them. One of the people whose mentality we need to fix. And the same goes to the black people going around saying colored people are alcoholics, drug addicts, and gangsters. We see those comments too, and you are part of the same group. And I've also seen a few black people say, let's sit this one out, it's their fight, let them defend themselves. If everyone had that mentality throughout human history, then we still have slavery, we still have apartheid, because humanity evolves through firstly holding your own people accountable and working with others to create a better society. Which is why I want to say thank you to the black people who are sticking up for colored people, and also to the colored people who are doing the same, but not feeling the need to insult black people, because that is how we move forward, by working together.
As a proud South African colored, I am deeply hurt, disturbed, and disappointed by the offensive and ignorant remarks made on the Open Chats podcast. The comments about colored people being crazy and how incest is normal for us are not only disgusting lies, they are a direct attack on our dignity, our heritage, and our humanity. To reduce an entire group of people to stereotypes and laughter is the lowest form of commentary. It's lazy, harmful, and cowardly. You do not get to sit behind a microphone and degrade generations of resilience, strength, beauty, and culture for the sake of clout and clicks. No, let me remind you who we are. We are the descendants of Khoisan warriors, slaves, and freedom fighters. Our roots stretch deep into the soil of this land. We were here long before borders, before podcasts, long before prejudice had a platform. Being colored is not confusion, no. It is culture, it is strength, it is family, it is laughter, it is survival, and it is pride. Yes, we have our struggles, as does every community, but what we also have is heart, soul, and a spirit that rises. Your attempt to define us with lies says more about your character than ours.
Open Chat Podcast needs to apologize to colored people. The next time you switch on that microphone, the next time you switch on that camera, the next words that should come out of your guys' mouth is, we are sorry for allowing racist and ignorant comments to be made on our platform. I don't know what you guys drink. I don't know what you guys put in your drinks. Or maybe you smoke something off camera, right? Something is happening. There must be some chemicals involved for you guys to have this overconfidence in spewing out ignorant, idiotic comments. The platform has become a breeding ground for moments of idiocy.
And you could have used your platform to uplift, to learn, to build bridges. Instead, you chose to mock what you don't understand. You chose to spread misinformation and fan the flames of division in a country that already knows the pain of being labeled and misunderstood. So no, coloreds are not crazy. We are creative. Your words don't diminish us. They expose you. Next time, read up, learn, and do better.
Listen, don't think that apologizing is going to settle matters, right? Apologizing is just trying to salvage the very little credibility that you guys have. Because your clips have made it to Gayton McKenzie.
I want a report today of how we're going to deal with those people that said coloreds are crazy.
Gayton McKenzie is going to make a political statement out of you guys. And listen, besides Gayton McKenzie being a colored person, besides him being within his right to feel aggrieved and wanting to prosecute you guys, he's probably thanking you. In his heart, he is thanking you guys because elections are around the corner. He is going to strengthen his base, which is the colored community, which struggle with representation in this country. Colored people struggle with representation in South Africa. Gayton McKenzie provides that solution. He is going to use you guys to strengthen his base in the colored communities. Now, will he be successful in doing whatever he's going to do to your show? I don't know. But you guys better lawyer up. Lawyer up. Lawyer the F up. Because goodness gracious, you're in for a battle.